Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. Look, if you're a focused learner trying to finally demystify Spanish grammar, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're taking a really visual, highly structured, and honestly, incredibly satisfying journey into a topic that totally stresses language learners out. But it really shouldn't. We're talking about the Spanish future simple tense. By the time we finish this explainer, you are going to have a complete structural mastery of how to express future actions in Spanish.
So here is our big hook question for today. How exactly do we talk about tomorrow? Now, I know what you're probably thinking. If you've been studying Spanish for a while, you're bracing yourself for a massive list of complex rules, right? You're fully expecting me to tell you to chop off the end of a word, memorize some bizarre new stem, and then learn 3 completely different rule sets depending on the verb type. Well, I am here to promise you a very welcome plot twist. Talking about the future in Spanish is actually built on one of the most elegant, predictable, and simple systems in the entire language.
To show you just how manageable this is, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the universal future formula, then look at Group 1 with hablar, Group 2 with tema, Group 3 with partir, and finally we'll wrap it all up so you can master your future.
All right, Part 1, the universal future formula, literally one rule to rule them all.
Okay, let's dive into this, because this simple equation changes everything you thought you knew about Spanish conjugation. Normally, in the present or past tense, you're super used to taking a verb, chopping off the ending, and attaching something brand new to the stem. Forget all of that. For the regular future simple tense, and this is straight from that incredibly helpful grammar box on page 86 of the manual, by the way, we do not chop off the stem. If you look at the left side of our equation, you take the full, untouched infinitive verb, the whole word, exactly as you'd find it in the dictionary, like amar, temer, or partir. Then, looking at the right side, you simply add these universal endings directly to the end of that full word. The endings are a, as, a, emos, and on. You literally just glue them together. It really is that straightforward.
Let's see it in action. Part 2, Group 1, amar, which means to love in the future. Let's walk through this table systematically row by row. Notice the structure here. We've got our pronoun, the final conjugated verb, and the specific ending we added. For yo or I, we add the a ending to amar. It becomes hablaré, I will love. For tu, the informal you, we add as, hablarás, you will love. For él, ella, or usted, he, she, or you formal, we add a, hablará. For nosotros, meaning we add emos, hablaremos, we will love. And for ellos, ellas, or ustedes, meaning they or you all, we add an, hablarán. I really want you to look closely at that middle column. Look at the word amar. It's totally untouched. It's sitting right there at the front of every single conjugation, plain as day, right before the ending is attached.
See? This brilliantly illustrates the magic of the future tense. The infinitive stays completely intact. You don't need to learn a new base word. If you know the verb, you're basically 90% of the way to talking about it in the future. I really hope this lowers your language anxiety a bit, because this is a pattern you can absolutely trust and build your confidence on.
Moving right along to Part 3, Group 2, temer, which means to fear in the future. Now, what's really interesting about this is absolutely nothing has changed on the right side. If you're used to the present tense, you know that AR verbs and ER verbs usually demand completely different vowels in their endings. But not here, no way. In the future tense, we use the exact same universal endings. Just look at the table. Yo temeré, I will fear. Tú temerás. Él, ella, usted temerá. Nosotros temeremos. Ellos, ustedes temerán. Once again, that base word temer is beautifully preserved right there at the beginning, and we just glued our a, as, a, emos, and an endings right onto the back of the whole word.
And that brings us to Part 4, Group 3, partir, meaning to depart in the future.
I'm going to read through these conjugations, and I want you to really listen to the auditory repetition here. Let that cement the visual pattern you're seeing right into your mind. Yo partiré. Tú partirás. Él, ella, usted partirá. Nosotros partiremos. Ellos, ellas, ustedes partirán. It's the whole word partir, plus our universal endings. The rhythm, the visual structure, it is flawlessly consistent. Notice also those accent marks on 4 of the 5 endings. They literally force your voice to stress that final syllable, which is what gives the Spanish future tense its distinct, punchy sound. Partiré. Partirás. Let's just take a quick second to appreciate what we've accomplished here. 3 entirely different verb groups, are, er, and ir, but only one identical set of endings. You've just witnessed one of the easiest, most robust, and most consistent patterns in the entire Spanish language. Seriously, if you can just remember those 5 little sounds, you have suddenly unlocked the ability to speak about the future using thousands of regular verbs.
Which leads us to part 5, Master Your Future, the blueprint.
So, the crucial point is, you really just need to memorize this exact bulleted list. Take a mental snapshot of this right now. For yo, the ending is a with an accent. For tú, it's as with an accent. For él, ella, usted, it's a with an accent. For nosotros, it's emos. And hey, notice this is the only one without an accent mark. And finally, for ellos, ellas, ustedes, it's on with an accent. Full infinitive verb plus these 5 endings. That is literally your key to the future.
Now, before we go, I want to challenge you. Let's prove your new mastery right here, right now. I'm going to give you a brand new regular AR verb that wasn't in our main lesson today. The verb is viajar, which means to travel. I want you to mentally conjugate this using the equation we just learned. How do you say, I will travel? Think about the formula. Take the full infinitive, find the ending for yo, and glue them together.
Did you get it? The answer is yo viajaré. You took the full word viajar and you just added the a. Simple, effective, and perfectly correct. Now that you have the actual tools to talk about tomorrow, I have a provocative question to leave you with. What will you do next in your language learning journey? Will you practice these regular verbs? Will you explore the few irregulars out there? Whatever your future holds, I hope this explainer made it a little bit brighter and a whole lot clearer. If you found this visual structure helpful, please drop a like and comment on this explainer to support the channel. It seriously helps us keep creating these focused, slide-based guides for learners just like you. Until next time, keep learning and keep building your future.